Hello friends and family. How about we tiptoe through the tulips today? So this is the garden that we call the deck garden. It wraps around the deck. So let's check out these beautiful tulips in the deck garden. What I had put down here is a thin layer of mulch mixed with like a potting mix. And you can see as I was laying it down, I was pulling weeds. And most of the weeds are these wild onions. I do have one big onion back here. I think this is from when my potting trays spilt over from the deck. I think I created these onions. This might be an edible onion. I don't know. Am I crazy to keep it? Probably. But I have lilies growing up here, a couple of different varieties. The hostas are coming up, and they're coming up through the tulips. The tulip was up first. More lilies. And these beautiful tulips. Let's just take a look at that. I just love it. This is the sun setting here. It's the first time the sun really's been out all day. But I have lilies here. Back here I have a peony coming up. Okay, there's a nice peony coming up there. And there's a liatris coming up here. Mascari and the tulips. And another peony, a little older than the one to the right. And again, autumn joy. And we have purple coneflower coming up here. And this is like a weed tree I've fight my whole life. And I think all these things here, I really don't know if it's a weed, but it might be the butterfly weed. I'm not sure. But I did pull out a whole slew of them. I'm not sure. But then we have the orange tiger lilies here and some bearded irises coming up. This is going to be the yellow tick seed, coreopsis. That's it. Coreopsis tick seed. Little yellow daisies. Check out the bleeding hearts, are gorgeous. I'm going to divide this again. And some more hostas that are just going to take over this area. But again, this is a very thin layer of compost mixed with potting mix because there are more perennials coming up in here eventually. So we'll see what they are as they pop up because I don't remember. But this garden is looking beautiful. And with the back garden, I actually put down wood chips. So I carefully hand placed the wood chips around little seedlings and or markers that I have to make sure I wasn't covering anything. But I wanted the wood chips so I can see where I can still plant. There's lots of planting space, as you can see, especially over here. So what I'm thinking of planting is, I have 3 white echinaceas called Kismet. And I have 3 Invincibels, mini Morvettes. So those would go in front of the white echinacea because these are mini. And I have 3 penstemons, flock of flamingos. So I was thinking of grouping those threesomes around. See how that works out. Here I have some nice fern coming up in this area next to the hydrangea. Lots of hostas here. Boxwood in the container. Looks very nice there. And pretty sure this is where I had the kickin' aster. The purple kickin' aster is going to come up. This is going to be an allium. Some lilies. This is another hydrangea. Okay. This is Russian sage coming up here next to the candy tuft, and another allium. Here is the Crocosmia lucifer coming up here, and behind it is liatris. There's another liatris. Behind the bearded irises over here. Some liatris coming up there. The rabbits love them, so I gotta cover them. This bush is a Weigelia, and I'm gonna let this go because it's going to bloom this year. But after it blooms, I'm gonna shape it up a little bit more. And in the container behind it is the 9-bark, the little mini 9-bark, dwarf, red wine. That's what it is, red wine, 9-bark. And what is blooming is the rhododendron next to it. It's a small one right now. Some more candy tuft. I have some baptisia coming up here and some geranium there. And here is the japonia here. It looks like it's blooming, but those are just leaves, and I just love that. This here is a red twig dogwood. Another geranium here. No, I'm sorry, this is geum. This is geum, very exciting. Look at that, beautiful. And this is cherries. So this is a cherry tree. It's a mini cherry tree. It didn't bloom last year, and it's blooming now, thank goodness. I have a rose bush back there that looks like it needs some help. And behind this tulip, I think the rabbits got this one too. But this hydrangea is the Bobo hydrangea here. Second year, but first year in the ground, it was in a container. Okay, I have some Rebecca, yep. And this is the cranesbill geranium. I have 2 in the greenhouse I'm gonna put out here. And here's some Brunnera, really hardy. Look at that blooming, beautiful. Really great for shade. I have another one here, just coming about. And the Oh So Easy Italian Ice, Oh So Easy Italian Ice Rose. And then this is a cherry, a weeping cherry tree. I thought it was dead, look at that, but I have these shoots here, so we're going to pay a little more attention to this. It would probably do better in the ground. And here's some creeping Jenny in here with some weeds. Okay, more hostas coming up. I really need to separate these. And here we have some boxwoods that got some winter damage. That's what all this white is. But if I cut that down, they'll be fine. And then this is Montauk daisies. Coming back. And some more mess that I have to clean up in this area here. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you guys soon.